Hi, Coach Christy here. Welcome to day one of our meal prep challenge. I'm so excited to have you here, and I really hope that this will help you to understand a little bit more about the importance of meal prepping, the advantage of meal prepping, and how you can incorporate it into your life to make your life a little easier, save you money, and lose weight all at the same time. So one thing I just want to say first is if you have never meal prepped before, which is the way I was 2 years ago, I had never done any meal prep. I would suggest not trying to go all out in the very beginning, because if you do that, if you try to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the entire week meal prepped, you're going to be overwhelmed and you're going to just throw in the towel and say, this is not for me. So what I would suggest doing is figure out what meal is the most difficult for you. Is the meal that's hardest for you breakfast, lunch, or dinner? And whatever is the hardest meal, in terms of which meal are you finding that you're grabbing unhealthy things and you really want to stop that, that's the one I want you to focus on. So if your struggle is breakfast, then use some of the recipes that I'm going to give you this week for breakfast and see if that helps you. I'll be giving you some overnight oats recipes, a tutorial on that, and I'm also going to give you a recipe and a tutorial on egg cup muffins. And those are both super easy to do. The egg cup muffins freeze really well and keep all week. And then if you decide that lunch is maybe your hardest thing, maybe you want to think about doing mason jar salads. Those are super easy to do. There's no cooking involved. The only cooking that's involved in my Cobb salad that I make is the hard-boiled eggs. Other than that, it's super easy. It doesn't take hardly any time at all. They last all week long, so those are another grab and go. And then I'll also be doing at least 2 different dinner options. One is a full-blown meal prep where we'll be doing brown rice chicken that's seasoned in several different ways, and taco meat, and roasted vegetables. And then the other option that I'm going to give you for dinner is a no-cook option. So make sure you continue to stay tuned in this week so you can get all those recipes and tutorials. So today I just want to show you a few of the essential items that make meal prep a little bit easier. One of the things that's helped me is to get some of these bento style containers. Now I got these on Amazon, and if you got my email, then you should have a link in the PDF that I sent you for some meal prep containers. But don't forget that at the end of this week, I'm going to be picking a winner for the person who is the most engaged and does the daily prompts and challenges, and you're going to win an entire set of these. So I've got several, I think I have a set of 12, maybe 10 or 12 of these, and I use them all the time. So it makes meal prep super easy. You can get them in 1 section, 2 section, or 3 sections. The ones I have are 3 sections. The other thing you want to think about getting is possibly some mason jars. For salads, which I'll be showing you how to make this week, for the mason jar salads you want the wide mouth quart size mason jars, and if you decide to try the overnight oats recipe, you'll want the wide mouth pint size mason jars. You will also want a good knife, okay, something that's sharp and good. And you also want some cutting boards. I really like these flexible cutting boards that are for the different food groups. So my chicken, my vegetable, I've got one for meat. I like it because it keeps everything separate, and they're easy. You can fold them up and you can dump your food into a pan or a pot or whatever it is you're cooking with. So I really love these cutting boards. You obviously are going to want some measuring cups and measuring spoons. You're going to want possibly some mixing bowls, and you might want a slow cooker or an Instapot. One of the recipes that I absolutely love, I'm not really going to be doing a separate tutorial on this because it's so easy, is I love taking just plain boneless, skinless chicken breast, putting it in the crock pot, and all you do is you put a half a cup to a cup of low sodium chicken broth on top of the chicken, and you cook it on high for 4 to 5 hours or on low for 2 to 3 hours. When it's done, you shred up the chicken, and you can use that as a base for so many different meals. You can put it on top of a salad. You can make a chicken salad out of it. You can make a pita out of it. I mean, there's so many different options that you can do with that cooked chicken for the week. So that's a really easy thing to do in your slow cooker. The other thing you might want is a blender or food processor. And one of the items that a lot of people that I know who do meal prep use is an egg cooker. I don't personally have an egg cooker, but I know some people that have them and love them. So that's something to think about, and I've got a link in the PDF that I sent you for the egg cooker on Amazon that some of my friends use. And then the last thing that I recommend, that the thing that has really helped me in terms of my weight loss and my eating, is these portion control containers. This is part of the 21-day fix program, but you can purchase just the containers separately. And so each container represents a food group. And this has really helped me because I don't like complicated things, although I was a previous Weight Watchers member, so I used to count points. But I did get to a point in 2015 where Weight Watchers just was not working for me anymore. This literally, these colored containers changed everything for me, and I was finally able to lose the 25 pounds that I was struggling to use. So each container represents a food group. You get more than one of these each day, depending on your how much you weigh. You plug in some calculations, and it tells you how many of each you get. So, for example, the green container represents your vegetables, your green vegetables. Your purple container represents fruit. Your red container represents protein. Your yellow container represents carbs. Your blue container represents healthy fats, which are things like avocados and nuts and hummus. And then the orange container is for seeds and salad dressing. So those have been really, really beneficial for me. If you are interested in those, let me know. I'll be happy to send you a link to order them. And I hope that this week you find it helpful and you get excited about spending just a little bit of time on whatever day you choose. I know that a lot of people do choose Sunday as their day for meal prep, but you don't have to do Sunday. If you work different days, pick a day that works best for you and set aside just 1 hour each week. And like I said, don't go full blown in the very first time. If you've never done this before, just pick one meal and maybe even just prep 2 days or 3 days. Don't do 5 or 6 days at a time, because I think that if you've never done it before, it might be overwhelming. So those are my suggestions. I hope this was helpful, and I'm looking forward to spending the week with you. Bye.